Welcome back, riders. Today is number 5 of 25 days of coasters. Gonna be honest with you guys, this is a coaster that exceeded my expectations. For sure, it looked great beforehand, but I didn't think it was gonna be in my top 5. But here we are. Today's coaster is Kondaa at Walibi Belgium. Stats and background will be the first as always, but I don't have that much for you guys. Kondaa is an Intamin mega coaster that opened in 2021 at Walibi Belgium. We have a height of 164 feet, an 80-degree twisting drop, a top speed of 70.2 miles per hour, and a track length of 3,937. I was able to get 23 rides in on this during one day this summer. Shout out to the single rider line. Kondaa has some solid theming. Although this is another coaster like Tutatis where I can't tell you for certainty what it exactly is. I will say it doesn't seem like Kondaa is trying to tell a story. It's more so just like decorations. But it is still done very well, don't get me wrong. I would say it kind of has like this tribal theme of this tribe trying to take down, I don't know if this is a snake question mark, but like tribal with like a theme of like hunting kind of thing. The plaza for the ride is all new, so it's very clean and pretty impressive. There's a lot of like stone, rocks, sticks, animal bones, all that. The entrance into the queue is like a temple too, and then the station is decked out with sketches on the wall. There's these cloths hanging from the ceiling, and the station also has some pretty cool lighting. There's also audio that plays both on when you like leave the station when you start the ride, and then there's also a different audio for when the train enters the station after you finish your ride. And both of these were not the same each time. I don't know how many different audio things they had, but it was not the same. So that was really cool. Just it really gets me in the mood. Like on dispatch, you're about to take off on the lift hill, and there's just this really like upbeat music getting you really pumped, and then even coming back into the station after the ride, just having that different audio that was like, wow, I really just did this. That was really awesome. That's just kind of like what the audio is kind of telling me, and it it made me want to get right back in line. Out of the station, you climb the lift hill and hit the drop. This is different than any other drop I've covered on 25 Days of Coasters. This drop turns to the right 90 degrees during the middle of the drop. Hands down, this is one of the best drops in the world. And I know I've said that a lot of times, but I especially mean it with Kondaa. The ejector airtime is nuts, while turning during the drop gives insane laterals. This drop is just heavenly, awesome, you name it, that's what it is. This leads directly into a huge airtime hill that is chock full of sustained, strong ejector. This is certainly one of the best airtime hills in the world. This leads to an outer bank turn, and this is also one of the better ones I've ridden. It is for sure my favorite outer bank turn on an Intamin, and it's probably only behind Air Force One and Steel Vengeance if you include other manufacturers. Next is the non-inverting Cobra roll, and I think everybody was intrigued by this when it was announced. I have grown to really like the non-inverting vertical loops, like on the Skyrocket 2 models or Rip Ride Rocket, but this was the first non-inverting Cobra loop or roll. Overall, it is good. The element really shines in the entrance and the exit of the element. The middle part that connects like the entrance and exit, that middle part there is one of the two duller moments of the ride, but the entrance and exit, they just pile on these positive G's. And they also have some really good laterals because they really like twist into and out of the element at the entrance exit. Following this is another airtime hill, not nearly as insane as the first one, but still extremely good ejector airtime with a little sustainability. It's not just like a quick pop. The train then turns and rises into a wave turn, which unfortunately Intamin just has not perfected yet. This is the other duller moment of the ride I mentioned. I just hope Intamin kind of fines-tune these in the future. This is followed by a left turn that is closer to the ground. It's not super tight, so it's not going to be super intense. It's not going to give you a ton of positive Gs or anything, but it does showcase the speed of Kondaa fairly well. You then hit another airtime hill, which is pretty much identical to the second airtime hill. So again, it's definitely a great moment of the ride. From here on out, Kondaa just assaults you with these barrage of smaller elements. I know I tend to talk down on like quicker pops of airtime, but that's only because I like and prefer sustained airtime more. So oftentimes when you have these quick pops, I just wish it was sustained. So don't get me wrong, I still like the quicker pops. They are still good. But I especially like condas because you're just going everywhere. You're going up, you're going down, you're going to the left, you're going to the right. You're just throwing around like a rag doll. So following that third airtime hill, you ride into this elevated S bend. So you get some laterals and airtime at the apex of it, but the exit is like a mini double down with these bank turns and is freaking awesome. If you look closely, you can see it in this picture in the back. This leads to a fourth standard airtime hill, which is similar to the second and third ones I've already mentioned. And this is followed by an overbank turn to the left. And this somehow gives you more airtime and it gives some awesome laterals, especially if you're sitting on the right side of the train. I thought this was a little bit, maybe not underrated, but I feel like no one talks about this. I also don't hear people talk about Kondaa in general, obviously being in Belgium. But anyways, I just thought that was something that could easily be overlooked that I really enjoyed. The ride then ends in a quad down, with the first and last pop of airtime coming from Outer Banked Hills, and then the second and third just being more traditional. It is a fantastic ending to a fantastic roller coaster. So that is Kondaa at Walibi Belgium. I will say as a slight disclaimer, McLovin always likes to point this out that we rode Kondaa in exceptional weather conditions. It was pretty hot for like Belgium standards the day we were there. So Kondaa was running much faster than normal. And this was confirmed by some locals that we had met that day, and they had agreed that it was just running balls to the wall fantastic that day compared to like normal. So me, McLovin, and Uncle Nate might be higher on Kondaa than almost every other American that's been able to ride Kondaa. In fact, they have Kondaa ranked even higher than me, so I guess there's that. Absolutely fantastic roller coaster. But with that, that's all I've got for today. Who has been on Kondaa? If you have, tell me what you think about the coaster in the comments below. If you haven't, let me know how you think it looks. Like I said in the last little bit with me, Uncle Nate, and McLovin, the POVs definitely are slower than what we rode with. So maybe it doesn't look exceptional to you, but trust me, it was just running amazing the day we were there. But let me know what you think, how you think the elements look and whatnot in the comments below. Check out Canopy Coaster's review. That'll be in the description of this video if you want a deeper analysis with some better footage to see the ride in action. And with that, I hope to see you all tomorrow. Push down, pull up, exit to the right. I hope you enjoyed the video and go have your greatest day yet. Choo choo, bye.